There's two important things to do after one really important thing to do. The first primary really important thing is to find yourself the attorney that is best suited for you. You and them work on the same wavelength. They've got a philosophy of their lawyering and their divorce work that suits your belief in regards to how this should be done, that you've got a good teamwork and chemistry in how things are going, that when you communicate, they definitely understand exactly where you're coming from, and vice versa. This is huge. I have had a number of divorces over the years where we work with a client for weeks or several months before the divorce is initiated, and that is in part because of these other two things. But essentially, you want to make sure that you put your team together for success before you start the ball game, to use a sports metaphor. Two other things. Working with your attorney, and this is a little bit why I'm mentioning the attorney, is because there's some prudence involved here, and then you need to have a discussion with your attorney as to whether this should actually be employed. Ultimately, there's a lot of files and records that we're going to need, and some of that stuff's in the house. Sometimes you got a home office, filing cabinets, maybe it's on a family computer or your soon-to-be ex-spouse's computer. But getting your hands on all of the sort of documents and information that we're going to need can not only make the divorce go much faster, but it can be also much cheaper if we can just have you get that from the home, for us to have that, rather than us having to make formal demands upon the other side to turn this over and waiting up to 30 days or sometimes more for this. You avoid the attorney's fees and you make things a lot faster. The other consideration is just what to do with the cash that you've got available. Sometimes you might have $20,000 on a particular account and you think to yourself, should I take all of that? What if the credit cards that I am secondary on and my spouse is primary on stop working? I'm going to be glad to have this cash, but should I take all of it? Then is that going to be a tit for tat? And then all of a sudden they're going to retaliate some other ways. The cash can be really important during a divorce because ultimately only one of you can have it at a given time. So between the choice of like, I grab hold of some or all of this $20,000, but I've got available to me in case I need it, versus all of a sudden they move it into a different account and you've got no access whatsoever. These are one of the other things that's really important at the beginning of a divorce, is just making sure that you've got the financial resources you need for the sake of going forward, whether that's paying for your attorney, considering housing, or just all of a sudden when you need to be buying groceries and gasoline.